raining, it's pouring, the old man is snoring. I don't remember how the rest of it goes. He bumped his head and get out of bed, something. We don't have microphones.
No.
I don't know if they're going to be able to hear us.
You're going to have to talk louder.
With my deep voice, that's hard to do. All right, here we are. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Tim and Brenda here, Crooked River Homestead, and we're getting a little bit of a weather condition report for you from the homestead here on Monday morning. And you might be able to see behind us, it's, well, you can see the umbrella. It's raining right now. It's been raining since it's about, what time is it, about 9:30?
Yeah.
Or so in the morning. It's been raining since I got up around 4:45 or so. And it's been pretty steady for the last couple hours, coming down pretty good. It's predicted to last at least another 2 to 3 hours at least.
Yeah, and the temperatures are going to keep rising, so there'll be more melting of snow.
Good point. The temperature is probably around, well, just above freezing, 33 or 4 or something, I think.
Yeah.
It's not real warm, not real cold. So that's the kind of current, and it's supposed to stop raining around noon or 1 or 2 this afternoon, somewhere in that area. It's going to lighten up. That's what we're hoping for. And we just wanted to kind of do enough video to explain the situation we're kind of in right now with this rain and where we are. And we'll turn the camera around here and show you guys. It's a little concerning, obviously, because, you know, when you start getting rain of this amount on top of frozen ground and ice and snow, on top of a situation where we already knew there was a water problem, particularly with drainage, and we did address that. I believe in some of the videos you might have seen, we put in a culvert. So we're going to take you for a little walk around. We're going to show you what we're up against right now, and then we'll do an updated video after things stop a little later today or tomorrow, and or just add on to this one or the other, because we had no way to do uploads at the moment, and I'll explain that in a minute when we get the camera turned around with the power. Anything you want to say? Yeah,
right now we have the power shut off for concerns of the flooding, and water's getting under the camper.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'll explain that when we get turned around here. We'll take you on a quick tour and show you what we're up against. Let's start here with the home. All right, so here we are at the entrance of the RV here. I'm gonna come this way. And everything's pretty good in this area. Of course, when we had the last rain about 2-3 weeks ago, we had a pretty good rainfall, and we did a pretty good job of directing water flow in terms of just making, the ground was still kind of soft at the time, so we were able to kind of make little paths for the water to flow and whatnot, and that's been working out pretty well. Things are kind of staying away from the home here, draining. We do have a little problem up in the front here, and I'll get to that in a minute, but things are okay in this area at the moment. But the situation is that water in that area, which we've always known about, we didn't have time to resolve that little issue over there before we got everything in, winter hit us. So it is what it is over there. We'll deal with it later. As I mentioned, we did put a culvert in over here in this area that's flowing actually right about underneath our feet, and we'll show you that. The well is over here. And I've been monitoring, and you can see some of the water flow just coming off of the container here, and that's all rushing down into the well area. And I've been monitoring this, definitely going up. We've probably gained at least an inch in here so far this morning, and it's coming down still pretty good, as you can see. So I'm going to take a little walk around here to show them the culvert. Yeah, and you can see that's water sitting on top of the ice, because what happened was the ground did freeze, and so that's my main concern right now, is the water is not getting into the ground like it was during the first rainstorm. It would seep in pretty quick. It's pretty pretty gravelly ground, so it drains pretty well. But unfortunately, the ground's frozen, so it's not getting into the ground as well. So we're kind of relying on this culvert ditch update that we put in before we got the container in place. And you can see it's pretty high. The culvert, this is an 8-inch culvert. And well, now it's pretty much at the top. I checked it a while ago and it was down a little bit more, but it's pretty much filling up the culvert. This ditch is pretty much full of ice too. I'll probably get the shovel here and see if we can't get that to flow a little bit better. And this basically flows down. This is a new ditch that we dug when we put the well in, my son Mackenzie and I. And this flows down into our wet area down in the back over there, which I was investigating the last couple days because it's all frozen. So there's plenty of water area for the water to flow that way, which you can see it's doing pretty good. And this area is staying pretty dry. It's not too bad. I'm more concerned with the water table coming up. Obviously, we're sitting pretty close to the water table, on top of the water table here. And we've had locals, when I say locals, a few local residents or people that are in the area, know the area, have lived here, who have mentioned that they said, you know, this is a wet area down here, right? And I said, yeah, we do. We think we may have, we're going to work on it, continue working on it, but it's obviously going to be a work in progress. So you can see over here, the water's pretty much coming down from this hillside over on this side here. And that was the first well area that we tried to dig, that big hole right there. There's a video on that. And you can see this is backing up, but you got to remember also this has, I don't know, maybe 4, 5, 6 inches of snow, so that's getting all wet, making it look worse too. But it is flowing really well here. Let's show you if I can down here. This is the inlet side of the culvert, and again, it's flowing pretty well through here. It's coming up pretty good, but it is handling it. And from here, you can see we're pretty dry. We're in a pretty good spot. Right up in here, and everything in this area seems to be okay. The only thing, like I said, is if this backed up to the point where it couldn't handle the downflow, and we're hoping that this will be ending in time for that to stop. I'm going to take them underneath here. If you want to hold this umbrella for me, please. Okay. And we do have the power off, as I mentioned. One of the things I did this morning is I came out under our little area where we had the heater set up and some tools and whatnot, and I saw some water coming in, so I kind of emptied things out, and I'm glad I did. You can see there's actually standing water in here now. So yeah, that'll have to be fixed. We'll bring in some more gravel and we'll raise this whole area. But in the same time, I also saw water coming underneath where our power line was coming in, so I decided to just unplug it and get it up off the ground for now. Got the Blue Eddy in here, but that's high and dry, so I'm not too worried about that at all. Other than that, this area is okay. It's just that the water's collecting in this area, so we'll have to make it drain better. And big issue with get out of here. The big issue we had was with the skirting that we put on, we didn't get a good chance to really seal it up all the way along the edge here. So water's getting in along the side in areas, and yeah, we're doing the best we can, you know, just trying to deal with water flow and basically handle what we can. Let's take a walk around to the other side, show them the container stuff. Okay. So over here, this side here, as I said, this is all draining down pretty good. Unfortunately, we didn't have a chance to put any under the RV before we parked it, so it's a little in a low spot, but if we can get through the winter, we'll be all right to get it fixed up by next spring, if it even stays there. And I'm going to need the umbrella here, please. All right. So this is the other kind of bad part over here, is we picked a low spot to put the containers with the intention that we get them up off the ground, but that didn't happen. We're going to have to do it now because you can see here, this area is not looking too good. It's pretty deep. And we'll have to do some hopefully before this all freezes. This is a good 3-4 inches here with the water, and it's piling up this area pretty good. And it's really got nowhere to go. Can't sink in the ground. It's frozen. Last time it rained here, it was going in the ground and draining really well. And I also noticed this area here is filling up now. Of course, this is overflowing from here, backing into here. So, again, this ground's frozen, so it's got nowhere to go but to sit up on top. And I'm just going to take a walk over here and see if I can't look down inside our test pit that we dug for the septic last fall. I'm just kind of curious to see where the water table. This is all nice and slushy. Yeah, it's not exactly warm here either. Well, would you look at that? Completely dry. That's a test pit that we dug about 4 feet down. And yeah, completely dry in this rain. Oh, the mailman just stopped. So this area up here is all good and dry. It's high and dry. There's a wet area over by the camper over here. And we'll head back this way. But we'll definitely have to do something to, I've got the proper equipment to get these containers picked up a little bit. So we'll, I should say equipment, I got the proper tools to look at the water flowing through here. That's going pretty good. But the test pit that we dug for the septic's completely dry.
Oh, awesome.
Let's take a walk this way. Can you hold this? I gotta warm up my hand. I got a frozen thumb. Please, thank you. Okay, this way. So the other area that's kind of low. Oh, my finger's in the way here. Sorry about that. The quality of this video is not going to be the greatest. Obviously, we're battling conditions here with water and rain and cold. The rain seems to be letting up just a little bit at the moment. I mean, it's not downpouring like it was, but everything's flowing again, flowing that way. And these will be all kind of notes that I'm taking by video and by mental notation, you know, so that we know where we're going to be working to make improvements. This area down in here, you can see it's collecting pretty good down in here. Again, that's probably about 3-4 inches deep. So this whole area right here is kind of low where the camper is, and the solar panels under the nose here. So they're getting wet, but that's okay. They're made for weather. And this whole area is filling up pretty good. Can't put legs underwater here. But this is dry up in here. I'm walking right up on this stuff. Whoa! That's a crow laughing at me. So that's it. That's what we're dealing with right at the moment. We're like I said, we got at least a few more hours of rain at least till this afternoon. So all we can pretty much do at this point is monitor things, and there's no real plan for any evacuation or anything. We're just basically gonna have to handle whatever.
Yeah, just back to basics. So just getting back to basics, we just have a small portable propane heater in the camper right now.
Yeah.
Back to using our...
The oven. You get the oven.
Yeah, we got the oven. And might have to break out the kerosene lamps, so we're not using all our battery operated lights for tonight if we don't feel comfortable putting our power back on.
Right.
It's still going to be above freezing through tomorrow, so that's not a concern for the pipes or anything.
Right.
So we'll see.
I've got the power cord. I've got the power cord off the ground. Just waiting for the rain to let up, and I'm fine with plugging it back in again. We'll be good. it'll be off the ground. But I'm not going to do that until we're sure it's finished draining.
Yeah.
And in the meantime, we're fine. We've got plenty of battery backup power, and I can always run an extension cord from the Blue Eddy that's fully charged. And we got the generator, so it's not like we're real hard up for anything. Just kind of conservative right now, and just trying to wait and see how bad things get or how much worse things get. And hopefully they don't. And whatever we get, we can handle, and life will go back to somewhat normal once this rain stops, and we can deal with whatever's on the ground as far as the water and making sure that we get things off the ground before they freeze. That's about all we can do.
Yeah, just keeping a close eye on the situation and being cautious with having the power off right now.
Yep. Let's go check the mail. I just saw the mailman come.
Yeah.
All right. We'll catch you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. We appreciate our subscribers and the folks that are watching us. And we'll give you an update shortly. If not in this video, in another one. Take care.
Thank you.
Bye. It's coming up fast. The question is, will it come up to there?